So, how concerned are you about the issue of rape that is happening currently now in Nigeria?
Oh, I'm very concerned, like so concerned because I realized that it's not just one in a million people that experience it. It's actually more rampant. We have lots of cases, at least 9 out of every 10 girl or woman has been almost raped or sexually harassed or even raped. So it's quite high. So of course I'm very concerned.
Yeah. So actually, I think it's a trending issue right now. Everybody is concerned, and I think that it's something that we really need to start to talk about because there is a part that the government need to play. There is a part that the citizens need to play. There is a part that the individual, the parents, are all those. So yeah. So what role, what do you think that we should do in order to be able to discourage this thing from becoming what is not?
Well, I think first of all, it has to do with child training. I mean, from a very young age, children should not just be left to figure out their own thoughts or views about sexually related issues. Parents should actually sit their children down and speak to them about it. Let them know what is wrong, what is right. Because if you do not actually sit your child down and discuss these issues, most likely the child is going to learn from outsiders, and you cannot be sure that what that child is going to learn is going to be the right thing or the socially accepted thing actually. Because nowadays you see movies, you see that in movies it is encouraged to have sex before marriage. It is encouraged to, as long as okay he's your boyfriend, you can sleep with him. As long as she's your boyfriend, you can sleep with her. Like movies encourage it, the entertainment industry, magazines, like these things are everywhere. And really, what you feed your mind with matters. So we should let children know from a young age that okay, it is not expected of you to have sex before marriage. And so once a girl knows that, they know that okay, I'm not having sex before marriage. So there is nobody that will think that okay, let me rape someone, because you're not even thinking to do it anyway. And then you let them know that it is wrong. Consent is key. If the person says no, then it's no. There's nothing like she said no, but she wanted it. Like, it just basically, we should let people know from a young age what. So I was saying that basically people should just understand that consent is key, and then everyone should know that okay, sex is not something for people that are not married. It is for married couples. So basically, parents should give their children proper sex education and not just leave them to figure things out, because you really don't know if they will figure out the right thing or the wrong thing.
Yeah, that is so interesting. Virginity is so underrated. And the truth of the matter is that we need to start to lay emphasis on it. But of course, a lot of people will have their opinion, but this is my opinion. Sex is not meant for unmarried people. It's not. So I think that is one of the roles that the parents need to play. But of course, if you are a parent and you don't believe in this, there is no way you can encourage your children to do that. And virginity is so underrated that even in our films, movies, they tend to laugh at people that call themselves virgin. So I think it's time that we need to start to change the narration, because I was discussing with a friend of mine from Denmark. He's going to join us. He was talking about the fact that one of the highest consumers of pornography right now is Nigeria. Believe me, because I'm not aware of that. Because I think internet is not really that good in Nigeria. So how is this possible? So if you have another opinion about this topic that we are talking about, always join the discussion. Leave the comments. Let us know what your opinion, what your take is. Why do you think because the parent did not educate their children very as touching sex education? So do you think that is what is responsible for this? Hello? Hello? Yeah. So that is the role of parents that the parents need to play in the life of the children so that they will have required sex education that they need before they begin to listen or practice what they view or watch or in a movie or internet. So right now we are talking about the role. We have talked about the role of parents. What do you think should be the role of the society?
Well, society should basically, the society should just make sure that the kind of things that are being put out there in form of movies, music videos, cartoons, even, are not things that promote sexual immorality. Because really, what you feed your mind with matters. If everything you see here and there is sex, you'll be filled with lust. And so even when someone tells you no, when you want to have sex, you are so filled with lust to the extent that you would not be able to take that no and accept it and just stop. So basically, society should just make sure, let's regulate the kind of content we have out there. We're in an information age. Even the smallest of children has a phone, has access to the internet, social media, and everything. So information is like easy to get nowadays. So we just need to watch the kind of information that is being let out. Basically, that's what I can say the role of society is.
What about the role of government? Because during the introduction of this program, I was talking about the mere fact that right now I don't think they've caught the perpetrator or the perpetrators.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and one of the things that we make it easy to catch them is if there is a way of tracing people that are in the surroundings where that thing happened. I'm not, see, one thing is this, a lot of people can start to say, okay, why is it that the church did not have CCTV, blah, 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 blah. Let's even take that out of it because we know that small churches don't have that. That church is not big enough. In my own opinion, that church is not big enough. So I think so I don't want to give you the answer. I want you to be the one that will tell us. What do you think should be the role of the government?
Basically, two things. First, the government should up our security game. Like, they should take security very seriously, equip the police officers, then don't just employ anybody into the police force. Because most of the people we have in the police force nowadays, they are basically just hungry people. They are not there to secure lives and protect lives. They're just there for their own gain. They're not doing their jobs. Most of them, they just collect bribes. So they should make sure that not just anybody joins the police force or any other force that is there to protect lives in the country. Then finally, people, give them the right equipment, guns, make sure that our security is top notch. Normally, there should be CCTV cameras in like streets around the country, so that these kind of things can be monitored. Then secondly, they should let it be known that anybody caught raping someone or sexually harassing someone actually faces the music. Like, get serious punishment, that they follow it up to the letter, that the person is punished. Not that you arrest the person today and then you release the person tomorrow. Of course, that way anybody will just do it because they'll be like, okay, it's not just to pay bribe. But if they know that the government takes this issue seriously, and then if you are caught, you are dealt with accordingly, then of course this issue would reduce drastically, if not even end completely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you so much for that contribution. Can you hear me? All right. So another thing that I was discussing with my wife yesterday, I was telling her that, of course, we have talked about the role that the government can play. Like, they should make sure that the people that play the music should dance to the music. So by the time these things that I'm telling you, we have had a lot of things like that in developed nations like Finland. You get the point. So because the government have put rule and regulation in place, punishment in place, don't you think that we can start to have false accusation also? So the point is that how can we differentiate between false accusations and real ones? because a lot of people have entered into problems here, because here you will dance to it. I think 3 years imprisonment. It depends on the cases. I've heard of 3 years imprisonment. I've heard of it. So you get a point. To the extent that we now begin to hear of false accusation, it was actually mutually agreed to have sex, but later one of them turn around and begin to accuse the other one. So how do we differentiate in a community like ours between false accusation and wrong accusation?
Yeah, that's why I keep saying that we actually have a lot to do as a country. Our government has a lot to do. If we have the right security measures in place, it will be easy. Okay, and then if we have the right police force that would actually calm down and investigate the matter thoroughly. Because, of course, even in developed nations, we have cases of false allegations. But because most of the time they have the right measures in place, they are able to know that, okay, when they investigate properly, they find out the truth at the end of the day. So there is no how. There will be proofs in a relationship. Of course, there will be text messages, phone calls between them. So it will be established that they were actually in a relationship. And I don't know, there will just be a way to just prove it that the case is false. So basically, it all boils down to having the right security measures in place and very professional security personnel, basically. That's just all I can say about that.
Thank you so much. That's about it. That's about it. I like that contribution. Thank you so much for joining, discussing issues of life that matters. Yeah. So, and by the way, congratulations on your graduation. Congratulations. God will elevate you. Open doors. Open doors. Open doors. So thank you for joining this show. Thank you. You're welcome. Hello there. If you have liked what you've watched, why not subscribe right now? Yes, right now. And click the like button and also the bell button so that you will get the notification whenever